Thanks, Chad and Rhea. I'm Stephen Human, and I'm quite a bit further north than you guys are. Now, winter is on the doorstep, and while some places are still pretty bare of snow, the higher you go, the more you will find. And that's what we've discovered today, as we're right outside of Price, Utah on Highway 6, and we're snowmobiling the Schofield Complex.
Schofield's a real pretty area. It's been blessed with good snow more often than not. Where we've accessed it, we come from the Fairview area to get over to Schofield, but a lot of people have tried it also coming up in Spanish Fork Canyon as well. So it can be accessed from several different directions.
We'll start off in the bottom here on the trails, easy riding. We'll start to gain some elevation, get up over 9,000 feet. We'll start into the slow rollers, some good fun riding, and should see a little bit of powder, and if we want, we can get into the steep and deep.
The Schofield Snowmobile Complex is one of 9 groomed trail systems in Utah that lead to open meadows and powdered peaks. We access the area today from the Starvation Creek trailhead, literally right off of Highway 6, west of Price, Utah. This time of year, snow at this elevation is usually limited to the packed trail, but as the elevation climbs, so does the depth of the powder. The trail itself is easy riding for even the greenest snowmobiler, but after a few minutes, the area opens up and playgrounds of deep snow offer more extreme fun for the experienced sledhead. The trail then leads to Schofield Reservoir, a flat, frozen expanse of ice watched over by cabins and ice fishermen looking for the next big catch. From a perch on the mountainside, the silence of winter is almost deafening, broken only by the wind and the hum of the engine as you plow through a drift some 10 feet deep. Snowmobiling itself is a sport a lot of people just don't fully understand. It seems strange to delve so far into the wild through winter's bitter chill, dodging trees and leaping cliffs, but for the initiated, snowmobiling is so much more than just a way to get from point A to point B. It's a communion with nature at a time of year that does its best to keep us all indoors.
My wife and I have had the great opportunity of doing a lot of recreational activities, and I think one of the things that's so unique about snowmobiling is you can get into the backcountry in a very unique time of year, and you can cover just so much more ground than you can on a non-motorized basis. The scenery is just spectacular, and the ability to relate to family and friends in an outdoor environment in the winter is just absolutely awesome.
Like many forms of recreation, getting into snowmobiling for the first time can be a bit intimidating. After all, any sport that allows you to do things like this would potentially make one hesitate. Also, the thought of how much a machine could cost can be another factor. Now, those questions don't have to stand in your way, though, and a day of powdered thrills is a lot closer and easier to find than you may realize.
Any type of recreation nowadays is expensive, but if you trigger it out right, you can do it within a reasonable budget. You can buy used machines, you can buy used equipment that's still reliable, and you can start smaller and work up. Once you've got to learn the ropes like any other type of recreation, then you can keep building upon that. You don't have to go out and purchase a snowmobile to try it. There's so many different options on how you can at least get out a couple of rides. You can even rent it, and that would be probably the least expensive as far as getting started, other than a demo ride with a dealer or with a club.
Those clubs are a gold mine for anyone looking to break into snowmobiling. They're willing to take out new riders, introduce them to trails, often even loaning out their own sleds to potentially give families the chance to find their groove in this impressive winter world. Schofield is a great place to experience a day of riding. With trails for beginners and high mountain bowls for experts, there is something for every type of rider. It's early in the season, of course, and there isn't snow everywhere yet. But that is one of the great things about winter in Utah. It always gets better. The same can be said of snowmobiling in general.
You have to try it like anything else, and you have to try it several times. I can truthfully say when I got involved with it back in 1986 that it didn't take but a few rides and I was hooked, and been at it hard ever since.
Snowmobiling really is an amazing way to experience the winter world. Now, if you're going out this time of year, remember to check the snow conditions, because depending on where you are, some places have been blessed with more snow than others. But within a month, you'll pretty much have free reign, and that is the joy of winter in the West. For At Your Leisure, I'm Stephen Human.